Hey, this is Bryan. Thanks for watching Kies Motorsports. If you like what you see here on the channel, be sure to give us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Today we're going to answer the question of how do you change and register a new battery in your BMW. Now, although today's video is going to be demonstrated in a BMW F30, it does work in the F10, in the F80, F25. In fact, it'll work in most BMWs that need the registration process. Typically, car batteries last about 5 years, and because my car is a 2013 with an early 2013 build date, it's time. I've actually been experiencing some battery voltage issues and we want to solve that with a new battery. Today we're going to show you how to do this on your driveway so you can A, save money, and B, do it when it's convenient for you. The method that we're going to be using today is going to be with the Carly app. Now, keep in mind, if you're doing this at home, this dongle costs about $75 or so. You need to buy the app. I forget exactly how much it is. I think it's like 25 bucks. And then you have to pay for the battery registration part, which I believe was about $10, but don't quote me on those prices. Now, all in, it's going to be around $100 for the solution, but you have the ability to clear codes, you have the ability to diagnose your car, to do coding. There's a lot of advantages to this. Now, the alternative is to have a professional remotely code your car just with a simple coding cable and a laptop. If you feel more comfortable with this method, please see the link in the description and we'll give you some contact information to one of our close friends. Now, one of the coolest things about this is it's very simple. All you really need is a 10mm. You need either a coding cable with a computer if you're going for the professional route, or if you're doing it at home, you really just need your phone and a Carly adapter. Oh yeah, and you need some muscles to be able to lift your new battery. This here. These things are really heavy. All right, let's start by removing the battery. So, if you have an F30, you just twist this right here, rock this out, and set it out of the way. Right now we have a pretty clear view of our battery. You can see that there are two 10mm nuts that need to be loosened so we can remove the battery terminals. And then after that, there's two 10mm bolts. Let's start by loosening the negative battery terminal. We'll follow up by the positive battery terminal. We'll remove the brace, and then we pull the battery out. Now, an important note is you never want to fully take the nut off. You only want to loosen it. Once you have it loose, pull it up and push it down to the side. Now we can do the exact same thing with the positive terminal. All right, once you have that loose, just gently pull it up and set it out of the way. Next, we can remove this bolt right here. Again, just with our 10mm socket. Move that out of the way. Okay, last we have one 10mm bolt left. Let's remove that now. Once you have that removed, you pull it out of the way, and this brace will come right off. One last thing, on the left side of the battery, there is this little tube. What you want to do is just very carefully, just pull that out. Okay, at this point we have the brace removed, we have the battery terminals removed, everything is pushed down and out of the way. We removed that little tube over there. Now we're ready to use all of our might and pull this battery up. Now when you look at the battery, in the middle there are these two little handles that fold up, and these are extremely helpful because this battery is very heavy. So at this time, you can pull it up, just set it out of the way. All right. Hey, my jack pad. I've been looking for that. All right, now that we can see it, this little tube is called a tube vent. Basically what you do is you plug it into your battery. Now the whole purpose of this is if your battery has any gases that need to escape, it gives it an escape route instead of having a problem like the battery blowing up. So very important, always be sure to plug this in. Now while we're on the topic, this is where you plug it in. There's a little hole next to the positive battery terminal. Okay, so here is a comparison of the old and the new. So one of the big questions is, how do you tell how old your battery is? Well, if you look at the negative terminal of your battery, you can see it's on the old and also the new. They stamp it with two numbers. Now the top number is the week of the year. So as you can see here, it says, looks like it's 1613. So that's the 16th week of 2013. So it's probably like April-ish. On the new battery, you can see that it says 618. So this is a brand new battery. Sticker's a little bit messed up, but you can also see that it says 218, so it was produced in February of 2018. One thing to note about these specific batteries, you'll notice that the battery that came with my car is a 90 amp battery. However, BMW has since replaced this with a 92 amp battery. And right over here you can see the part number on the new battery that I'm using is 61212353 812. Now you'll also notice that this is an AGM battery, as you can see right here. Now that's very important to note because when you're doing the registration process, you're going to have to note that. Now part of the reason that BMW does the registration process is A, you have the ability to put a different type or size battery in your car, and B, what it does is instead of a regular alternator always throwing out the same amount of voltage to your battery, what it does is it gives your battery the optimal amount of power depending on your battery's age and what type of battery it is. So that's why it's essential that you register your battery, because otherwise it could be throwing too much power at it and your battery could literally explode. So you want to be very safe when you're doing this. All right, when you're doing this, make sure that you have the red terminal, your positive, towards the front of the car, because you don't want to have to take it out and try again. Now the easiest way to probably do this, set one side in, grab your handles, and kind of pivot it down. And then what you can do is if you have a battery terminal, it's kind of stuck, like this one right here, just move it out of the way. And what you can do, just reach around here, grab my negative terminal, line everything up. Then before you go any further, be sure to connect this tube vent to the hole that's closest to the positive battery terminal. All right, so now what we can do is we can reinstall our brace right here. So just fold these handles down if you still have them up. And this piece right here is going to go under the piece of metal so that you have something to screw into. And then this is just going to press against there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to connect the positive terminal first and the negative second. So remove the cap, slide this on, make sure it sits nice and low, and make sure you snug it up really good. Little fun fact, if your battery terminal is loose, it can cause other issues and fake malfunctions. Now take that battery terminal, throw it on there. You may get a little spark, that's okay. Completely normal. Again, make sure that you push it down nice and far. And make sure you tighten it up really good. All right, so at this point, our new battery is fully installed. Take that old red cap, put it on the positive terminal of your old battery. Then what you can do is you can bring your battery back to the store you bought it at, and they'll give you that core charge back. Mine was about $18. All right, at this time, what we can do is we are going to plug our Carly adapter in. If you're using someone like mybimmerbrain or someone else, a professional, what you'll have to do at this point is just follow their commands, and they'll tell you when to plug the OBD2 connector in. So at this time, I need to unplug my JB4 and plug in my Carly adapter. Now with the Carly adapter, you'll know it's on because you'll see a light. Now the light is facing the car, but you can still see the reflection. Okay, so if you've never used Carly before, it's extremely easy to use. The first thing you want to do is go into your settings, then go under Wi-Fi, and you're going to see a network called Carly. So here we go, Carly adapter. We're going to click that and connect to that network. After you've connected to the Carly adapter Wi-Fi setting, launch the Carly app. The first thing you need to do is you need to tell the Carly app what kind of car you have. So on the bottom left, you can see it's a 3 Series, it's an F30, F31, F34, F35. It may not say that your first time going in. So what you want to do is click down there, find your car. This is an F30, 3 Series, it is gasoline, it's a 2013. So just click those simple settings. Now what we can do is we can press the start stop button just one time. Don't actually start your car though. On the bottom right, we can click connect. It's going to say running. All right, so as you can see, it says the connection was successfully established. We can hit OK. Now what we need to do is we need to scroll down on the right side where it says battery reset. Now once again, mine says unlocked because I did prepay for the app. I believe it was $9.99 or so. And I'm going to hit continue. Now I'm going to register a new type of battery because the old battery was a 90 amp and the new one is a 92. All right, so once you get to this screen, there's a little button on the bottom. It says read battery type and capacity. All right, so as you can see, the battery data has been read out. Press OK. OK. Now what's going to happen is sometimes you are going to be in a situation like I am right now where the battery that you have in the car, so mine is a 92 amp, isn't what's listed. So as you can see on the screen, we have 80, we have 90, and 105. What this is going to guide us to do is to go to the next battery down. So in this situation, it would be 90 amp. Now since the new battery is 92, the old battery was 90, and this is going to make me do 90 again, what we're going to do is we are just going to go back to that previous page and just click register the same battery. So you can see it's going to pull up some data, hit read battery data. Okay, battery data has been read out. All right, and then what we can do is on the very bottom we can hit register same battery. All right, the battery registration is finished. All right, as you can see, what it did was it reset all of the different parameters, letting us know that it's a fresh start, it's a new battery, and we're good to go. And that's how quick and easy it is to register your battery at home. Again, this is Brian. Thanks so much for watching Kies Motorsports. As always, if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Check us out on Instagram and kiesmotorsports.com for all your retrofit and BMW performance needs. Again, this is Brian. Thanks for watching and have a great day. So I know someone's gonna ask, so I'm gonna answer the question. Yes, that is my glove box.